by me. My name's Emma Lemke, and I'm a florist and creative business consultant who is passionate about teaching creative women how to build profitable businesses so that they can have more time doing the things that they love to do the most. So today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite time savers actually. So it's how to tackle your emails. So emails used to drive me absolutely crazy. It seemed like I was constantly saying to my husband Blair, I'm so behind in my emails, I'm so behind in my emails. And not only did I get behind in my emails, but I just had this niggling thing in the back of my mind always of what I needed to do. And I was forever having to write embarrassing things like, sorry for the delayed response, or sorry, somehow your email got lost on me, or sorry, yes, I did get your email, but I forgot to respond. So these are the kind of things that I was saying to potential clients, and it was just not a good look at all. So, you know, if I couldn't even respond to emails properly during the inquiry process, I'm sure that they were thinking that I would be painful to work with. And I truly believe that my email process was the thing that was turning away clients from my business. So a few years ago, I listened to this podcast called Operation Clear Out Your Inbox. And it was by my favorite podcaster, Amy Porterfield, and she was interviewing a couple called Eric and April Perry. And they spoke all about this concept of inbox zero. So some of you may have already heard of this strategy, but for me, this was completely new, and it was just what I needed to hear at the time. So what I did was I adopted this strategy, this inbox zero strategy, into my business, plus a few other systems that have really helped me survive the email onslaught. So what I'm going to do in this video is just share some of those strategies with you. So you might be at a stage in your business where emails aren't coming in on the regular, so it's really easy for you to manage them. But if your business is growing, which it is, I'm sure, you will get to a stage where you need to manage your inbox in a more efficient and effective way to secure those clients in your business. So this strategy and the habits that I'm going to outline to you can be applied no matter what stage of your business, and I definitely encourage you to apply it straight away as soon as you can if you haven't already got a system like this set up. So what I want to do is share with you exactly what we do in Floral and Mineral to tackle the emails and inquiries that come through. So firstly, lucky enough for me, I now have someone who does all of my inquiries and bookings for Floral and Mineral. So my sister Dee, or Deanna, works for me now, and she takes on most of the weddings, and she also manages the inbox. So she actually adopts a very similar strategy to what I did, but what I'm going to explain to you is the process that I used to follow up inquiries when I was in sole charge of the emails. So let's get started. So every day I would spend 1 hour max on emails, maybe not even an hour. So that may not seem like enough time for you, but if you are consistently showing up in your emails for at least 1 hour every day, you will find it super easy to get your inbox back down to zero within that time. So it's when you skip a day or multiple days when you might have to spend a little bit more time and do that catching up. So if you're consistent in your inbox for at least 1 hour or even 20 minutes when you're first starting out, you'll find that this will alleviate a lot of stress. So the way I get it down to zero is through archiving emails into folders. So yay for archiving, because it's amazing. It's super simple as well. I have just 3 folders: a follow-up, a to-do, a denied, and then basically my 2 main folders, the follow-up and the to-do, are what I use the most in my business. But I also have some folders for different clients as well. So let's start with the follow-up folder. So basically this was just a way to keep track of inquiries that I wanted to follow up on. So if I respond to an email where I'm waiting for a response and I want to hear from them, I archive that. So I take it from my inbox and archive it into a follow-up folder. So I don't leave it hanging out in my inbox and try to remember to follow it up later. I strategically place it in the follow-up folder, and then once a week I go through my follow-up folder and send a follow-up email to that person who's inquiring. So So I have templates for follow-ups to make this process super easy and smooth, and I have 3 different types of follow-up templates for potential clients who I'm waiting for responses from. So these 3 follow-up templates are super simple. I just paste them in there and send them away. So then there is my denied folder. So once I've followed up with someone 3 times and they still haven't responded to me, I then just assume that they've gone somewhere else and I pop them into a folder called denied. So the reason I have a denied folder is just because I want to collect data of my inquiries. So who's inquiring and who's actually denying my services and going somewhere else. So I have 3 categories in this folder. Just denied, so no reason given, they just didn't respond. Number 2, I wasn't available for their wedding, so this occurs mostly with Saturday weddings. And number 3, they write back and say that they've found another florist. So now moving on to my to-do folder. So this one is something that I find works well for some people and not for others. So you can decide for yourself whether you think this is something that will work for you and your business. So in my to-do folder, if I read an email that requires me to take action on something that will take at least half an hour of my time, then what I do is put that in my to-do inbox. So the reason I do this is because this task is no longer an email task, but a larger task that needs my time and attention. So it deserves to be set aside and done properly. So if an email ends up in this category, I respond to the person and I let them know I will get their task done, and then I archive it into the to-do folder. So I also write down the task into my planner as a double reminder. And by the way, the to-do list folder only works if you regularly declare a big chunk of time during the week to do your to-do emails. So I find that it's very freeing to just file something away into a to-do folder instead of me trying to remember what I need to do and have a to-do list taking up space in my brain. So I make sure that I put it down on paper or I file it away safely. So a key tip here is you can't trick your brain into thinking it's safe in the to-do list folder if you don't have a system to go through the to-do list folder. So that's super important. If you don't have a system, your brain will tell you, don't put it in the to-do list folder, it will never get done. So you don't want this. You want the freedom that comes from filing it away. So make sure you have a consistent system to complete the task on your to-do list. So at least this is how my brain works, and I find this method really helpful for me. So then I have client folders as well. So I know I said I had 3 simple folders, but in addition to this, I also have a folder for each client. So a client folder comes underneath a larger folder called or titled 2018 clients or 2019 clients. So I like storing all of my clients' emails in a folder so I can refer back to them easily. So as soon as a client books me, I then create a folder, and the folder has their name and their wedding date, and then I put all of their emails into that folder and I tag them. So that way when I go to look at their wedding, I just open up that folder. So emails that don't sit under any of these folder banners, these emails I just archive or I delete them. So of course I don't do this to emails that I may need to refer back to, that's deleting them. I just archive them, and then what I do is if I need them, I can just search for them in the search bar. So archiving isn't a scary thing at all. If you think you'll need them at some stage, just archive them, put them away, and then you can use the search if you need to search for them. So I also have a 3-minute rule. So when I'm working on my emails, I don't want to get distracted too easily because emails will come in as I'm working on my email. So if this happens, then what I do is I literally take 3 minutes to respond. So if an email comes in and it will only take me 3 minutes, then I respond to that email. But if I think it's going to take me longer than 3 minutes, I leave it for then. Or I archive it or I put it in a to-do list. So 3 minutes is my rule. And I also have email templates. So I have about 15 to 20 pre-written emails that I use over and over again, and I love email templates. And I encourage everyone to do this if you haven't already in your business, because they are such good time savers. So some people might worry that they're a little impersonal, but I think that this isn't the case at all. Actually, it means that every single time I'm responding to a client or a potential client, I'm putting my best work out there because I've already come up with something that is an excellent response to whatever they're asking me about. So I often just put in a personal note as well to make it personal, but I have found that having templates has actually elevated my client's experience with me, because I'm putting in a quality email, or I'm replying to them with a quality email with something personal as well. So there you have it. There's my email system, and I'm really encouraging you to implement as much of it as you can. I know I have friends who have implemented this and it's really changed their world. It's changed mine as well, and I think that this will immensely help you. So I hope you've been enjoying my video tutorials. It's kind of hard to gauge whether you're thinking that these are beneficial or not. So if you don't mind, I would love you to comment on this video or contact me through my website or on Instagram or Facebook and just let me know how you're going and whether you're finding them helpful. You can be really honest and say, look, I was hoping for something else. Just let me know. I would love your feedback so that I can create more content that helps you with your business. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.